And so, guys, if it is okay with you, I would like to go ahead and get started with this epic breakdown of this marvelous MCU show, Loki. One Take Big Dog, are you ready?
Let's roll.
Chris, are you ready?
Oh, very ready.
All righty, guys. Well, again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to my Loki episode 4 live reaction breakdown. But this episode right here is titled, what is it titled? The Nexus Event. And I'll just go ahead and say this. I love this episode so much. I thought it was such a far improvement over the last whack-ass episode that was just a waste of time. I thought it was filler. It was just millions of dollars gone down the drain, in my opinion. I love the first 2 episodes. Episode 3 sucked, and I was disappointed. But this one right here, man, it has me at the edge of my seat, and I cannot wait until we get over to episode 5. And so that is all I'm going to say so far up first. But One Take Big Dog, I'm coming to you first, sir. How did you feel about this episode? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Just go ahead and give me your brief rundown of how you felt about the episode.
I gotta say, I agree with you, B. I absolutely love this episode from beginning to end. Only thing, there was only one mishap, and it's not necessarily even within this episode. It's pretty much the fact that I thought after last week's episode, I thought that this one would improve last week's, but it didn't. That like you said, it made last week still just feel like a filler. But I feel like we back on in the right direction with this one, because there was a lot of moments in this one in which like it really got some emotion out of me. So I'm happy.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't wait to hear that. I got some emotion out of you. Okay. And Chris, people saying what's up in the chat, and
Thank
Chris,
you guys.
Yes, and I'm coming to you next. On top of me asking you what you thought about episode 4, since this is your first time, please give us your brief rundown of how you felt about the show overall, and then specifically how you felt about episode 4, whether you liked it or disliked it and all that.
Yeah, as far as the show's going, I'm really enjoying it. I'm like with everybody else with episode 3, where I was like, man, this thing's only 6 episodes long, and it felt like you guys just used up an episode. Like, I don't mind some character development and slower moments, but like, if we only got 6 episodes, I want them to do as much as possible. And I did feel like that was a waste. But with episode 4, they really turned things around. They packed so much into one episode. I remember watching it thinking like it's going to end any second, because you're always feeling that. You can always feel when the episode's about to end and you're like, oh, they're going to leave us on a cliffhanger. And there's so many moments here where I was like, it's going to end here. Oh, it's going to end here. And it just kept going, and so much to unravel. And I'm with you on some of those emotional moments.
I got you. And real, before we start breaking it down, I just want your opinion of Sylvie or Enchantress. You know, do you like her so far as a character, the person fulfilling the role? You know, some people I happen to like it. Some other people in my comment section are not the biggest fan. They say, oh, she's not menacing enough. And, you know, what is your 2 cents as far as her so far on the show?
So I didn't mind her at first, but it actually wasn't until this episode and they gave us some backstory onto like her motives and why she's doing the way she does. It like made me start liking her a little more, made me start wanting to see her kind of succeed in what she's trying to do. And I don't even know if she's being set up as the bad guy anymore. It feels like she's just on the same level now as Loki, and they both kind of have the same goal.
Right on. Yeah, I've liked her for the most part, you know, throughout this whole thing. So, I just kind of wanted to ask you that because, you know, everything is subjective, and, you know, just kind of want to let the people out there know how you feeling about the show so far. But guys, let's go ahead and break this thing down. And the way it starts off is a familiar setting. We open up with Asgard. Yes, Asgard, but it's not the Asgard that we know. It's the Asgard of this little girl right here, Sylvie, or Sylvie. I was going to say Sylvie or Sylvie. and this guy, she's minding her own darn business, not bothering nobody, not playing with no power stones, no infinity stones, nothing. She just in her bedroom playing with little Asgardian toys, and they got to come around and crash the party, you know. And that's really unfortunate. Just destroyed her whole reality. We got a bunch of Easter eggs right there in that pic. And she's like, what the hell is going on, man? Like, you know, I'm just playing with my toys, you know. And she's going through the exact same thing that Loki went through. So we just know that's just more of the TVA doing these heinous acts, kidnapping people, you know, for hundreds of thousands of years. We really don't know yet. And we know we get a different judge because Ravonna has not been promoted yet. But she's like, F this. Y'all, I don't know who y'all are. I'm slick with it. I'm dipping. I'm out. And Ravona's pissed about it. We kind of get up to present day of the TVA, and she's going through those golden elevator doors that we had that big mystery question mark above it. And I was surprised. I was like, wait a minute, are we really about to see the timekeepers? I didn't think we was going to see them at all in this show, or at least not until the last episode. And then we got a little glimpse right here, and I'm just like, oh snap, this episode is starting out a lot better than the last one. We're about to see the timekeepers. So one take, big dog, I'm coming to you first. What did you think about this intro, man, and the almost reveal of the timekeepers and all that? What did you think about the intro?
Man, what I think about the intro is the TVA. They wild, bro. They gotta come snatch the little girl up from her house. She ain't doing nothing out there playing with her little toys. They come grab you like, come with us. You about to cause a Nexus. I'm like, bro, what in the world could she possibly cause sitting there playing with her toys? Or at that moment right there, I'm already mad at the TVA. Okay, so then she goes, and of course she's a Loki, so she knows her way out. She's like tricky. She's cunning, so she gets her way. She steals the temp pad for Ravonna and gets her way out of there, which I'm super happy about. I don't even know how. Actually, how Ravonna even got promoted after that. We're gonna have discussions. Right. How do you literally get your stuff stolen by a little kid and then end up getting a promotion later on? We're gonna talk about that. And then
I didn't even think of that, man.
We go see the timekeepers, and the only thing I'm thinking to myself was like, I didn't think y'all existed at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, these are some shadowy figures.
Mm-hmm.
But I still had I was still hesitant to believe in them. But when you see them, it's kind of different. Yeah. But I liked how it just kind of teases at the beginning, then we plays out later on in the end. Right
on. Chris, how you feeling about this intro, man?
Yeah, it's like you said, I was not expecting to see the timekeepers or them to even reveal a little bit of them. And this is where I don't want to be that guy who compares all the Disney Plus shows, because each one of them is trying to do their own thing, and be separate from each other. But as far as pacing and a mystery goes, it reminds me WandaVision, because WandaVision also had a mystery the whole season. You're trying to figure out what's going on, who's behind this. But that show waited literally to the last episode to reveal everything. Where Loki, they reveal something every episode to get you going. Because even in episode 3, that was a slower episode, they revealed, the TVA are variants, that they are people who are stolen from the timeline. That was a big reveal. And so it was kind of awesome to see this. I can't believe they just stole the little girl. It makes me wonder,
man,
whoever is in charge of this timeline, do they just have it out for a Loki and they just want to get rid of all the Lokis for some reason? Because this girl was doing nothing.
Right.
And as awesome. And it also answered my question of how does this girl know so much about the TVA? We saw she knew how to get devices. She knew how to hide from them. She knew even how to use the temp pad right there at such a young age. I wouldn't even know what button to push.
Exactly.
But now knowing that 20 plus years of her on the run, she's done a lot of research. She's planned this whole event. So you could see why it was such an organized thing for her to go after it. And then our Loki ruined it. But I thought it was a great opening.
Right on. I agree. And about that, just her minding her own bizwax, not bothering nobody. I just don't like that you can just not do anything and be plucked out of time, because in Endgame it was explained that it had to be because of you're involving Infinity Stone, and then of course that's the event that led us to the show that we're in now. And so I was like, okay, that makes sense, but if hey, you leave your keys or you forget to put the toilet seat down or something like that, it's your whole reality is gone. And so I don't know. Maybe they'll clear that up later on in the MCU. Maybe they won't. I hope they do. I don't want to get my hopes up. But
my opinion is that whoever the person behind the TVA is there isn't a one-way timeline. It's just the way he would prefer it. That's what I'm thinking. So it doesn't even matter if you are supposed to mess with it or you time travel or not. If it interferes with whatever agenda they have, they're gonna stop it or they're just gonna let it be.
Well, with that being said, let me ask you this, Chris. Until we go to the next few scenes, Since we've seen episode 4 now, just give me a quick guess on who do you think is behind it. You think it could be Kang the Conqueror, or do you have any guess? Mephisto? I'm joking. No, Mephisto.
No, you're good.
But, but who do you think is behind this?
I would love it for it to be Kang the Conqueror. I just think that like it just fits so perfect, and they have Ravonna Rainslayer, who in the comics is connected to Kang, and they're lovers and whatnot. And obviously, Ravonna is evil in some form, or doesn't care that the TVA is corrupted and whatnot. But I just feel like it's gonna be a bit of a letdown, and it's either Ravonna herself, who like got so embarrassed from that event of a kid escaping that she vowed to like eliminate every Loki after that. Or I know this is going to sound dumb. I've seen some theories where people are saying it's the coin, Miss Minutes, that little hologram thing, somehow behind it, like as an AI thing that created by somebody. I would love for it to be Kang, but I feel like it's going to be somebody else.
Yeah, I would. Kang would be nice, but if it was Miss Minutes, I would want more than that. I think like right. You know. But moving on, this right here, you know, I was on the fence with Ravonna the whole time, episodes 1, 2, and 3. But her early on, it's just, to me, it's like, wait a minute, it's blatantly obvious to me that you got something up your sleeve, that you just cannot be trusted. You're a horrible liar. You're just not a good, you're just a good actress to try to convince Mobius of this, you know. And so he's like, what? Hey, what did they say? And he's like, oh, nothing, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You're full of crap. But one of the things I liked about this is more. I mean, this Lamont is planted here. At least we did get some character development. We got a lot more here. I think these shots are absolutely beautiful. That is a pro of this episode, is just the purple palette there, the cinematography. It looks beautiful. You know, I would never want to see this in real life because that would be my doom. But it does look nice on the television. You know what I'm saying? That is pretty cool right there. Here is B-15, played Wumi Musaku, of course, Lovecraft Country. She's asking, where the hell is C-20? You know, what's going on, Mobius? And he having a lie, and then Loki is they go and grab Loki and all that. And before I go, it'll get answered, but I just gotta know, like, what is it about these two and them linking up that's causing this Nexus event in Lamentis that's supposed to be the biggest apocalypse of all, and they're right there at the brink of the end of the world, and they still was able to create a branch timeline, but he gets taken away. He's arguing, and he's like, Mobius is like, you know, hey, give me one more lie. And he's like, hey, the TVA is lying to you. And he's like, yeah, whatever the hell, shut up. He goes in here, he's in the time cell, and then we got over, she's stressing out, needing the Tylenol. And Mobius is like, hey, you know, he's up there chilling in there, and give me some information. And, you know, hey, can I talk to the other Lokis? And she's like, no, you can't do that. I need a Tylenol. Give me a Tylenol. And so how are you feel? I'm coming to you first this time, Chris. How are you feeling about these blatant lines that Ravonna is telling here? It look like it's gonna be a relationship between these two, and then also Loki getting thrown into this time loop, and her not giving him access to interview the other Loki. Sorry, I know that was a lot, but
no, you're good. As far as Ravonna goes, it's just like, I just want to know who she's working for, or if it's herself that she's working for, you know, because that's going to be the big thing. It's like, what's her loyalty to want to have this timeline be all messed up, and the motives behind that. Like, we even saw, it was kind of fishy where she says she has like all these other agents, like with that pen that Mobius was staring at a couple of episodes back. And it is herself also a variant. Does she care at all? Because they killed C-20 because she got her memories back and was talking about, you know, it's like, I had a life before the TVA. What happened to me? It's like, why does she not care about her past life, or does she still believe the lie that the sacred timekeepers are real and whatnot? Right. As far as that Nexus event goes, you're right. It's like that planet was going to be destroyed either way. What was Loki falling in love with a different version of himself gonna do to the timeline? I didn't get that. Like, were they gonna Dragon Ball Z fuse and be able to like fly away or something? Like,
that would be dope.
It seems like they're holding back on like them kissing or something for a reason, because even at the end of this episode, it almost happened again, but something interrupted them. So it feels like if they do something, then I guess something will happen.
Right.
As far what was that last thing you asked me?
Just
The
about
cameo from Lady Sif. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
She's been in the MCU since the first Thor movie, but she wasn't in like Thor 3. And I know there's like Marvel fans out there who want her to end up with like Chris Hemsworth's Thor, but don't look like that's gonna happen. Either way, she's coming up back for Thor 4. I thought this was a cool way to bring her in, and she was also even on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so it's cool that she's been on regular TV and Disney Plus TV.
Now I gotta stay you real quick because some of you said you actually think they killed C20?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they did. Or
Really?
do you think they or if they have a way to wipe memories, they could have just put her in whatever device that is. But it sounded like they killed her. I mean, it said deceased on her profile when they pulled that up, so I imagine they did. They pruned her probably.
Yeah. At first I was thinking, no, she's still alive, but now I'm thinking that they probably did prune her. They probably did, but hopefully we'll know soon enough. But OneTakeBigDog, coming to you, sir. How you feeling about all that, man? You know, this love match they got on the planet. Her asking about where my girl C20 at. You know, Loki coming back. You know, hey, let me. You get it. How you feeling about all that, man? How you feeling?
Okay, this is where like the episode starts to get. It's where it gets juicy for you. You know what I'm saying? One, you got the whole. Now this is where it kind of throw you off completely because it's just like, all right, you got the two Lokis, which is them together. Basically, it's just like masturbate. So it's like, all right, I don't see what the problem with that is, especially when they both are about to die. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird because then I'm thinking to myself like, okay, if they're about to die. Why not leave them there? But then I realized, like, hey, you can't leave them there because if whatever happens, if they get close enough to each other, to perform the act, then it causes this Nexus event. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Then we go back to Ravonna. Who is it? It's just bad at lying. Like she's just not good. She needs to take some less. She should have hung around some Loki or maybe even Mobius or something because like her line is terrible. Every time she was talking about what was going on with C20, I'm just like Mobius, you. I understand she fine. You kind of hypnotized by a little bit, but you have to know that this chick is lying to you. Like she's lying through those beautiful teeth. But like, I enjoyed that as well. And then B15 is also worried because she's like, okay, I saw some stuff. I need to run in with somebody else who's been through this. I need to see what's going on because, like, I like how her character has changed from where she was at from the first episode. She's like a stick in the mud. She's like, oh no, I have to do this because of TVA, blase, and that's pretty much how a lot of people have been. And then Loki gets to that moment where he just like, dude, the TVA is lying to y'all. And of course, Mobius like, bro, only thing you do is it's hard to believe somebody like Loki. No matter what situation you put him in, where you think he's about to kill him or you think he's about to die, it doesn't really matter because you still think the guy's lying. You send him off there. Seeing Lady Sif was great. Did not expect that at all. I understand it was just like a small role, but I'm happy we're gonna see her like later on this Thor 4. What else happened? Well, I think that's it. That's
pretty much it. He coming in there just talking about she in the cell and all that, and that's pretty much it right there. But let me go ahead and grab this super chat real quick from Miss Stephanie Garnett.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay.
Stephanie Garnett, $4.99. What y'all do? Thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Miles Sharice is saying, I love women in every scene. Y'all don't know how it felt to see a woman with her 4C hair in the rain. The representation, I did not even think of the rain, but there you go, Mara. I love it too. Chris Doggett, yeah, kind of wired Loki falling weird. Loki falling in love with his female version. Yeah,
I got to say something about that.
Go ahead.
I actually don't think that's bad at all because we know Loki. Who does Loki love more than anybody?
Exactly.
Himself.
Yeah.
So if you get a female version of that, it's like, oh, well, I'm pretty much settled.
Yeah. Right on. But Loki, he finally gets to come out of timeout, and again, this is just one of the best parts of the episode is just the dialogue between Loki and Mobius. It's my favorite thing, they're trying to play each other. Mobius talking about I'm playing chess, you playing checkers. I love all these shots right here. I mean, it's quite nice. I love this. I love this scene. I thought it was eating a salad at first, but no, he's just really trying to, investigate and, run his Loki, as Ravonna said. And he tricks Loki and tells him that, hey, what is your plan? And Loki's like, hey, well, when I'm done with my plan with Sylvie, I'm going to kill her. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. We've already done that for you. And Loki, he's upset, obviously. And the truth finally comes out. He tells him, hey, you're all variants. This is what the deal is. I know the truth. Okay. You're being lied to. This whole TVA thing is a farce. Wumi is out here tripping balls because she was enchanted in episode 2. And she's like, what the hell are those memories? You know what I'm saying? And so she's seeing the sign and she's starting to put the pieces together herself. And she's like, F this, I need some answers. So she gets her pruning stick and goes to Sylvie. And then we have the scene right here where they're trying to close the case. She got a blouse undone, you know what I'm saying? Trying to blow kisses. And like OneTake said, Mobius is hypnotized and all that. And he switches the 10 pads. And then they go to 2050, that Ross Court outside with Marshall. He's talking about that rain and 4C hair. And, she gives all those memories. And so I know that's a lot, but Chris, I'm coming to you on this one. So Loki is back. They have the conversation between each other. He reveals that they are all variants. She's tripping balls. And then they come all the way here and get those memories put back on her head. How you feeling about that sequence of events right there?
So once he comes out of timeout and they have the talk, I don't know why he still wanted to play the game of like lying to him and say, oh, this was a plan from the beginning. I killed Sylvie. It's like on some level, he considers Mobius his friend. So why not just be honest with him right then and there and be like, look, TVA, your variants, if you can bring me to Sylvie, she can unlock your mind for you if you want. And so that whole aspect, it was a good conversation. I did like that, but I was just like, why couldn't he just be straight up with him? Why still play the games and hide some details from him? And then he had to forcibly say them out. I did like how he got emotional when he thought Sylvia was dead. I do wonder though, because I haven't seen it from Sylvia's side, if she likes him back, like we can obviously tell Tom Hiddleston does, but like when he leans in for that kiss and she slaps him, or she accepts, I wonder what's gonna happen there. And B15, like I was not digging her character in the early episodes just because of that strict, stern, we got to do things by the book and blah, blah, blah. But I like this turnaround. I think it worked really well. And it showed you why they're so determined to like keep their minds this way. Because someone like her, who was a perfect soldier, always listening by the books, as soon as she got her memories back, she's like, I'm turning on this. I'm quitting. Here's my 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, was that the last part, or was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This right here. Did you? I used to think there was something going on between these two right here. I don't know if they,
I could definitely feel like Mobius liked her. It seemed like he was always like, buttering her up and flirting up with her and whatnot. And she, yeah, you're right. I'd never noticed that, the unbuttoning of the shirt and trying to sway him. And you're right, because she's just a bad liar, so she's got to sway him in other ways to distract him. I was surprised when he switched the temp pads. I didn't think he'd do it, and when he did, I was kind of scared for him. I was like, damn, they catch you, you're dead.
Right on. OneTake, how you feeling about those sequence of events, man? What you think?
Oh man, first I'm talking about the scene between Loki and Agent Mobius. I actually think he was being real with him at the beginning, but everything Loki said sounds like a lie. So he couldn't quite get through to Agent Mobius. So that's when he was threatening to lock him back up. That's when Loki said, no, my whole plan is to kill her after. That's why I'm just like, okay. So he had to literally lie in order for Agent Mobius to believe him. So of course it's like tempers run high when he realized, like, okay, she's dead. And that's when he get in his feelings. And he starts to get frustrated, and because obviously he's just like, yo, well, I actually did like her. Of course, I'm not going to tell you that, because as soon as you realize what was going on, you start making fun of me. So I don't feel bad for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I love the moment where he slammed his hand on the table, just like, yo, y'all variants. Every single last one of y'all. The TVA lied to you. I thought that moment was really, really good, even though he still end up putting him back in timeout. I love what he said. I love what he said to Agent Mobius. I mean, what he said to Mobius after that. He said, "You're the best lie of all of us." And he was just like, "Yo, we talk about with your girl." He's like, "No, I respect you for that." And then he was talking about this is the lies you tell yourself. Love that moment. And we scroll over here to B15, who done popped a perk or something because she out of mind. She don't know. She don't know what's going on no more. And she just quit. It's crazy because you start questioning every single thing that you know. No telling how long she's been a part of the TVA, and to like have all of this, like, no, this is not really what's going on. I love. And like the back and forth between her and Sylvia is actually really good. The Sylvia think like, "Oh, you want to fight? Okay, let's fight one on one." Like, Sylvia, calm down, sweetheart. She tried to help you. Okay, calm down. Right, she goes to her head. Only thing I kind of wish though we would have saw whatever memory that she saw. That's one thing.
I was hoping to see that
because, and that kind of like leans into the next thing with Ravonna. I think Ravonna definitely knows her past. I think that's one thing about Ravonna, but I don't think her past.
It must have sucked.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. I think she's just like there's no telling where they might have picked her up from. Like Ravonna could have been a slave, and now she has all this power and authority over all these people. It's like you don't want to give that up at any cost. And I think she definitely she's definitely coming on to Mobius because I mean, I think I kind of got like the theory with you guys, but maybe he's not paying no attention right now. She's just like, well, Mobius is right here, so why not? You know. But yeah, him still in the 10 pad, I thought was great. I immediately got worried though. Just like y'all. I immediately got worried.
I'm trying to find a picture with it. There it is. Yeah. I did something like, bro, you're not gonna get away with that. you gotta. He not only he should have went to the bathroom around the corner to look at it, bro. It seemed like he went to another building. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Like, took the elevator and everything.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know
how you gonna put that back?
Like, right. But you know, hey, that's where we're at. After they have their little piece right here, you know, he's trying to investigate, man, and his heart is broken. You know, I don't know why she would record this anyway. You know, just like why would you do that? But she recorded it for some reason. You know, let's create evidence. You know, the whole anyway. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. And so Mobius is like, what the hell? What? Are you serious? Loki, we gotta talk. And he's like, look, I need this, I need that. Like, bruh, just trust me, man. What's going on here? You know, all that good stuff. And it's horrible, man. I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, it's and this is where the evil just starts to come out. And I like this, man. He just like, look, you know what? I'm gonna answer your question. Where I want to go is, you know, the cat's out the bag. I want to go where y'all stole me from, man. I want to go on my goddamn jet ski ride, man. Like, what's going on here? This is whack. Cause earlier she was trying to play him. Oh yes, Mobius. Anytime, any place. Where would you like to go in time? And he's like, I want to go back to wherever it is I came from, man. And you know, the gloves come off, man. The gloves come off, and it looked like she was a little reluctant to do what she did, man. But they pruned them. I was shocked. I was like, oh no, what are y'all doing? Like, what? What? They just did it so quick. You know what I'm saying? And like Loki is truly like hurt by this. And I love the acting. We all know that Tom Hiddleston and everybody in the show can act. But you know, the wind is knocked out of him, man. The wind is knocked out. And then you know, they going down this elevator and then they meet right here. And so but of course I gotta stop it right there. And so one take, I'm coming to you, man. How do you feel about him looking up this recording, finding out everything's a lie, trying to team up with Loki and in panic mode? You know, they teaming up together and then getting busted by the evil witch of the West.
Oh no.
I'm teasing. But yeah, he gets pruned, man, and it's no more. And Loki is sad, man, and all that. How you feeling about all this right here?
But this is the moment that got me. I was like, first of all, if I'm Loki, I'm a bit petty. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, I tried to tell you. I told you way back when you first brought me here what was going down. You didn't want to believe it. Okay, now you realize it. I need an apology, first of all. But I enjoyed. It's like the look on his face when he realizes, like, okay, C20 is deceased. C20 is you see because of course Ravonna told him like, yo, she could barely formulate sentences, you know, she couldn't talk anymore. And then he sees the recording and just like, oh no, that's that moment. Another time, but just like everything you know or you thought you knew was a lie. And this is I think, like I said, I think we all could agree. Like he kind of like has a little thing for Ravonna, and you see that she's the person who cut it off. So you know she's the person who did the executing, right. You know. And then you get to the moment where him and Loki, you know, they're like, okay, we're gonna go handle this, and she's right there waiting on him. I did not think they were just gonna prune him like that. Yeah, as soon as they pruned him, I paused the TV. I started yelling like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what is this? Yeah, what is going on? This don't supposed to happen." Right. So I'm like, he was one of the good ones, you know. Right. And of course, Tom Hiddleston in this scene is stellar because he's just walking, and like the favorite part, it's just literally just him walking, you know, with the people holding. And I think it's like probably about 5-10 seconds after this part right here, and he just stops, and he just like just shakes like he's frustrated. He can't do nothing, but he's completely exhausted from the thought of just like, yo, somebody he considered a friend, you know, just dying or just getting erased right in front of him. Then we had the moment where they standing in front of the golden door, him and Sylvia, and I love her saying, "You okay?" It was so good. It was so good. I absolutely love the scene. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that you loved it, man. Let me go ahead and grab a few super chats before I come to Chris. E-Man, which one do you want, E-Man? I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip. E-Man's movie reviews, $20. This is a great episode. Good combo, folks. Okay, about my clip though. I got you, man. I got you. Where is it at? Thank you so much, E-Man, for the $20 super chat, my brother. I really do appreciate it. Guys, he is also on my channel tab. If you want to go follow him as well, there he is, second row, far left. He's also in the description box. And he will be going live right after me at 7 p.m. CST on his channel. So y'all make sure that when you leave my live, you go over and check him out too. So again, my brother, thank you so much for that super chat. And also Rim 17, another $20. And you know what we do for $20 for Dub? Thank you so much, Rim 17, for the $20. Love the content always, and the way you guys support the community. Keep up the good work, Mr. Avery. Thank you so much for that super chat, Rim 17. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. You guys keep this channel alive. And so now, Chris, I'm coming to you, man. How do you feel about this scene where Mobius is looking at the recording? He finds out that C20 is telling the truth and that Ravonna is lying, teaming up with Loki, and then this confrontation right here where, you know, he gets pruned. He gets pruned, and he's gone, and Loki's sad and walking, and then they meet at this elevator. How are you feeling about that sequence?
Yeah, every second that Mobius had that temp pad, I'm like, look at what you need to and put it back. You're like, these guys are gonna get you, and like, I don't want nothing to happen to Mobius. He just seems like I like Owen Wilson as an actor, but like the character himself just seems so chill and cool. And even Loki likes him, and Loki rarely likes anybody. But when it got to, you know, him finally confronting Loki, he's like, "Oh, you were right. We gotta go." I would have liked to have known what their plan is from there, if they were gonna go start time jumping, go save Sylvia or whatnot. But once they come out of there and they're just right there waiting for them, I was like, "Oh damn, what are they gonna do?" I was not expecting them to prone Mobius right there, but I thought that was like such an amazing scene, just like the way he answered her question and like his goodbye and talking about his jet ski. Like, it's so funny how Marvel knows to like throw in these like random things that fans will go crazy over. So everybody just wants him to be on a jet ski by the end of the episode. But yeah, when they pruned him, I audibly said no at 2:30 in the morning in my living room watching this, because I did not want him to go. And seeing the look of Loki's face, just like so sad, and heartbroken. It's like, man, they've done a great job with like showing another side of Loki that we haven't seen before. Like, he's not always as bad. So when he finds a friend, he does care for them. From there, then when they're taken away, I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, why do they keep moving these guys around? Why don't they just prune them right then and there? Like, what's stopping them from killing them? It feels like they go through so many steps that they can find a way out.
Right. And my thing is this: at this point in time, the truth is coming out to other agents that are around, like the guards.
Yeah.
So y'all are variants too. Don't y'all care about the truth? You know, my only thing is maybe they're in on it as well, because we see that there's like different levels of hierarchy. You know, we have a B-15 and a C-20. So maybe the C levels, you know, that's a level of clearance and knowledge and understanding of all the powers of B. Level B is another one. Maybe Ravonna is level A and she has her. I don't know. I'm just thinking like, why? If I was a guard, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a variant. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I quit. You know.
Yeah.
But this is kind of what I'm thinking right there. But like we at this point right here, guys, and dun dun dun, we're going down the elevator. I'm like, wow, are we really about to see these timekeepers? You know, we got Hickory, Dickory, and Doc up there just doing their thing, man. And I'm just like, wow. And Woomy comes in there, saves the day, and the fight breaks out. And then this just goes down right here.
Timekeepers too, so we can talk.
Oh yeah? Mindless androids.
Did it stop?
Yeah, I think it stopped.
Hold on, my fault. My computer's tripping. I can't even see the screen. Wait a minute. Can you hold on? I'm sorry. Can y'all? What is going on with my screen? Stop it. Okay, there we go. Y'all could probably see it, but I couldn't. Chris, I'm coming to you, man. How you feeling about this? Like, you know, like them fighting, the choreography, the timekeepers, Hickory, Dickory, and Doc, and then just finding out that like they're nothing, they're robots, they're androids. I was not expecting that. I was like, whoa, this is a lot going on. They're free, they're fighting. You know, I'm like, Loki, you have your back to the timekeepers. Won't you just turn around and stab them? You know, and then they get the hair chopped off. I'm like, what is going on? Chris, break it down. How you feeling?
Yeah, I was still in disbelief because the whole time I'm theorizing like the timekeepers aren't real. They don't exist. It's like one person behind it all. We just waiting to see who it is. So when they actually showed them to us or they hinted at them, I'm like, I don't know if I still believe it. I feel like it's a Wizard of Oz situation. Someone's behind a curtain. They're going to pop out any second. I got to admit, I saw some people bagging like on the CGI. I didn't mind the CGI on these guys. Like I thought it looked pretty good for Disney television. But yeah, even like after she cuts a head off and then they're all still laughing. And it's like, you know, whoever's behind it, it's like, you're not even close to figuring out who I am. But that's where I'm left wondering, like, does Ravonna know then those were androids? Is like, or is she going to be just as surprised when she's like, whoa, my bosses are robots. What happens now? And any of those guards who get up, like you said, are they also going to start questioning things and go tell the other guards? Are they going to have to kill them? But I thought it was so cool the way they revealed that.
Yeah. One take. What you think?
Man, I thought it was really good. My only question, how is B-15 get down there? Is she like right on top of the elevator and like can't, you know how the elevator you have the escape on the top, but like how did you get down here? Because the elevator
she got that clearance. She got that clearance, man. She got that.
I guess so. But like I really enjoyed this. One, just to see the two Lokis fighting, you know, side by side, you know, and one of them, you know, them depending on each other because like Loki was Tom Hiddleston Loki, he was losing for a little bit until he got the sword. Yeah, you know, he wasn't able to hold his own as much. So I enjoyed that. But I'm kind of like y'all. Once we see the timekeepers, I'm like, okay, these dudes real. And then I was thinking about the CGI, so I'm just like, well, I wasn't thinking about the CGI. I'm thinking about like, okay, they spent time to use CGI on these characters. These are like actually the people. And I'm thinking like, okay, they're all powerful. But then I'm also thinking to myself, my biggest question of the whole time is still, why did they need to bring them in front of them?
Yes,
They
bro.
were simply going to prune them.
Right.
Not only that, why did you even have to save them in the beginning if the only thing you were going to do was get rid of them?
I don't know, bro. I guess
What?
they just need. I don't know. That's a good question,
Yeah.
man. Hopefully, it's answered because that is Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you off.
you're good. The only thing I could think of is like since Lokis are known for faking deaths,
Mhm.
maybe whoever, because I gotta imagine whoever is controlling these robots, he could probably still see through them or is like monitoring the situation. So all I could think of is like maybe they just wanted to witness it for themselves that they're pruned, they're gone, it's over.
Yeah,
But it's still a lot of trouble to go through all that.
exactly. Like you're losing people. You probably like Barry said earlier. You over here got them saying that everybody's a variant out loud. Like you're risking a lot without like
Yeah.
put a muzzle on them at least. Like something.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Right.
think about it. These guys are they're one of their best ways of getting out of situations is them talking. So you have to take away pretty much their best weapon. I think you finna talk about it right now. So
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
and I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Let's go ahead and break this down real quick.
Because, well, back on Lamentis, this is new for me.
What? What is it?
Do it. No. You're gonna tell me everything.
You know that.
I was like, no, Loki,
man.
what's
No.
going on? One take, man. When you saw that, bro, tell me how you felt, bro. Tell me how you
Man,
felt.
hey, you follow me on IG. I hollered out. I just got. I'm just looking at the camera. I'm screaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what are you doing? They're like, this is called Loki. What is happening? Like, I can't believe it. Yo, they were about to kiss. Something was about to happen.
Yeah.
I don't like Chris said. I don't know if she was gonna kiss or slap it. I don't know. But like Tom Hiddleston, they're in the moment. And listen, as a viewer, I think all of us were completely sucked into the moment, which is what I love when you sucked into a moment and it's just like snatched away from you. And the score that accompanied it is just it's so devastating. I'm like, no, this can't be, not right now. This isn't cool. And of course, Sylvie quickly turns the tables on Ravonna. She's like, do it. She's like, no, you're gonna tell me everything, which kind of gets me to thinking. It seems like if Ravonna was just like, okay, just get rid of. I think Ravonna. Now I know earlier we said now I'm having multiple theories just going through my brain now. One, she could have had a bad. She could have got plucked out from some place where her life was bad, or she could have also got plucked out from some place that was good, and like she's able to. Let's say she has like kids in the family, and she's doing this simply to protect them. And because like she seems reluctant when she does certain things. I don't know if it's the actress or what, but she just kind of had this face where when after something happens, she seems to be torn about it a little bit. So I don't know if it's whether she's doing it because she wants to, or because she has to, or because she's doing it to protect some people that we just don't know about. But man, this scene is one of the best Marvel scenes, whether it's TV or movie. I love it so much.
Right on. Now, Chris, I'm gonna come because we are running short on time. I'm coming to you, but I also want to throw this in the mix as well.
This is hell. Am I dead?
Not yet.
But you will be unless you come with us.
So many goddamn reveals and Easter eggs, man. I'm like, oh God, thank goodness he's still there. So first, you got to tell me, what was your reaction to him getting pruned? Did your heart jump out your chest? And then tell me how you then tell me how you felt about the post credit scene.
Yeah, I was like, what? I'm over here trying to already think of ways to bring him back. I'm like, okay, she's got to go find Loki from the past, fill him in, or like, what is she going to do here? Is the rest of the season just going to be Lady Loki? I wouldn't mind that, but the show is called Loki. I wanted to see him continue on there. I was just blown away. I couldn't believe they did that. And he was right. I was in the moment and I'm like examining Sylvie's face of like, is she into this? Is she going to like him back? Or is she, because she seemed kind of annoyed, but that just could have been with her frustrated with like, oh, the timekeeper's a fake. I'm right back where I started, nothing. And I was so in disbelief. I'm like, Mobius and Loki in the same episode. But after that, when then she gets Ravonna Rainslayer and she's taking him down, you're right. She seems reluctant. She seems like I don't even like doing this. I'm forced to be doing this. Someone is making me do this against my will. Kill me, put me out of my misery. But now I'm very excited for episode 5 because unless they're going to focus all on what Loki is doing in that one area, but it looks like we're going to get answers to like why she's doing this or what's going on. As far as that post-credit scene goes, it made me happy because it also let me know Mobius is probably still alive somewhere out there. But then it's also like, then what's the point of pruning? Do they know that's what happens? Like that they, I guess, go to, it looked like an apocalyptic event where they're taking place in the future because there was like Avengers Tower in the background. So it makes you wonder like, oh, is this Marvel? I'm pretty sure. Like playback.
Oh, okay, let me. I
did not kill sure.
Hold on, let me.
Is this hell? Am I dead? Not yet. But you will be unless you come with us.
Oh no!
You see on the right?
On
the right. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to go back and freeze frame or whatever.
But it might not be either way. By that time, it's not Avengers Tower anymore because they sell it, so it belongs to somebody else. But it seems like it's the future, and something goes down. So it'd be interesting if Marvel's planting the seeds for the next Endgame event or the next big Avengers event going on right there. But I thought it was awesome. I'm curious to see all the different variants of Loki in there, and me thinking like Spider-Man. Is this how they're going to explain Andrew and Toby? Are they variants?
Man, Marvel, please just stick the landing because y'all are teasing us right now, and the tease is so good. Just please, just stick the landing. OneTakeBigDog, how you feeling about that post-credit scene?
Man, I thought they were finna drop a mixtape, bro. They're like a mixtape cover.
You're stupid.
Bro, you see little Loki with like the alligator in his hand. I'm like, oh, they finna start rapping in a minute. I don't know what's going on. Bro, that scene was crazy. That's the only thing that came to my mind. Like, okay, I guess they was going to have a band or something next episode because it's just different Lokis. We got all the helmets. Maybe Loki is significant in some shape of fashion form, whatever. So I guess this is where all the Lokis get sent, and I'm just like y'all. I'm like, does this happen to everybody who gets pruned? Do they go to a place where the variant form of them was the many types of variants of a certain character is? But at the same time, they did say, yo, if you don't want to die, come with us. So I'm like,
yeah,
where we going? Episode 5? Let me get that.
We're going to have to see. I'm just thinking that's just in some other dimension and some version of hell somewhere. Kind of like, how DBZ works, how they got you can go to heaven and hell.
Other world, yeah.
So I'm just thinking it. I'm thinking, exactly. So it's just something like that. But guys, it was a fire episode. I loved it. It was such a better improvement from episode 3. The Nexus event, I cannot wait. We got 7 days until episode 1.5 comes out. And man, Tom Hiddleston said that episodes 4 and 5 was his favorite. And so I hope episode 5 is even better than, of course, episode 4. But guys, that will go ahead and wrap up my Loki recap of episode 4 breakdown. It was a great episode, and hopefully we get another great episode next week.